For some people, a camera will always be a device that lets them take some random shots and nothing more. But for others, the physical appeal of their camera is almost as important as what they actually do as passion. In this case, the retro cameras hit the sweet spot in between. Some can provide you the charms of a classic or vintage camera but with modern controls, while some recreate the clicky sounds of classic cameras without making a big deal out of the looks. So now you can probably guess which cameras we are going to compare now. Recently, we've all been amazed by the tools of the Nikon ZFC, but Fujifilm was already one step ahead in the game from a control and handling perspective with its X series, and the closest rival to the ZFC on every level is the Fujifilm X-T4. Because of that, it's common that a question may arise in your mind: which is the best retro camera out of these two? Here we will go through with the major differences between these two cameras, which are their design, sensor, stabilization, shooting capabilities, and lens compatibilities. So find out which one is better and why. Let's get started. First up, their design. The ZFC's body is almost identical to the shape and size of Nikon's FM and FE SLRs, which is such a beautiful and iconic look that no one will complain about. If available, you can also get it in different colors to match your likings. On the other hand, the X-T4 also has a classic look, but it's not designated to resemble any film camera from the past. Though its size and shape do recall classic compact 35mm SLRs from the golden age before microchips, zoom lenses, and plastic took over. Up next, camera tech, and this is where all gets closer than you might think. Because the X-T4 has 4.5 million more pixels than the ZFC and an X-Trans sensor with no low-pass filter for extreme sharpness, you may give the X-T4 the winning title for image quality, but not by a huge margin. Another factor is stabilization. The TX4 boasts a 5-axis stabilization, whereas ZFC has none. In case of continuous shooting, the X-T4 also beats ZFC with 15 FPS shooting capability compared to 11 FPS on the ZFC. When it comes to shooting videos, we might put the X-T4 an inch ahead for its 10-bit DCI 4K recording capability. These two cameras are closely matched for autofocus and ISO settings. Now let's talk lenses, where it all goes serious. The Nikon ZFC is a beautiful camera, but right now there are only two native DX format lenses to go with it, with an 18 to 140mm lens in the pipeline. There is a stylish new 28mm f/2.8 that matches the ZFC's size and style, but this is actually a full-frame lens. The ZFC is a camera you get for its own sake, not as part of a system. We hope that it would change, but at the moment, this is a camera you will need to upgrade from pretty quickly if you decide to get serious about photography and different lens types. On the other hand, the X-T4 wins big time, thanks to Fujifilm's range of Fujinon X mount lenses, which are impressive not just for its scope, but for its quality too. It also includes a low-cost kit lenses and telephoto zooms made for the ZFC, but goes way further with ultra-wide angles, macro lenses, professional constant aperture zooms, and both fast and affordable prime lenses. Okay, those were all the major differences between these two cameras. Yes, that was it. And as goes for similarity, all the other aspects such as ISO control, aperture settings, build quality, connectivity, and battery life, they are twin brothers. Which is kinda lame for Nikon ZFC considering it came after the Fujifilm X-T4 and had enough time to improve its rough edges, yet still lags behind when it comes to feature and performance. You may get a feeling that Nikon kept the X-T4 in their mind during the whole production of ZFC and cut a few corners when it comes to pricing. Well, you are not alone. So the bottom line is, if you are someone who wants a camera that just looks beautiful, has a splash of style and nostalgia, but have no immediate intention to get serious about photography, the Nikon ZFC is the perfect option for you. On the other hand, the Fujifilm X-T4 is more for photographers who are less concerned about the style of old cameras and more concerned with recapturing the way they worked. It has two key attributes that the Nikon doesn't have. One is lenses with physical aperture rings, the other is the sheer range of lens available. So that was all about the comparison between Nikon ZFC and Fujifilm X-T4. Which one is more favorable for you and why? Let us know in the comment section below.